Hello friends, welcome to the channel Bhai ka GYAN. So this is somewhat different video. Here we will discuss a clinical case report. So you see what is the title? Right side uterine torsion in Surti buffalo. Okay, so first of all, what is definition? So you know very well, it is twisting or revolving of gravid uterus on its longitudinal axis. So here are the diagrams. It can be either right side rotation or left side rotation. Okay, so this case has been reported in monsoon season on 29th of July. So what is the anamnesis? So the buffalo was full term pregnant. It has been straining for around 24 hours but no expulsion of fetus. Okay, kicking abdomen occasionally, and it was restless. Okay, and it was its third parity. If we see the clinical findings, then the changes where we observed is there is vulvar edema, true labor straining absent, disfigurement of normal udder structure, and no vaginal discharge was there, and abdomen is enlarged. So on per rectal examination, we found that the right broad ligament is pulled strongly downward, and left broad ligament is pulled across top of the cervix, and on per vaginal we see that cervix not palpable and vaginal wall is also spirally twisted. So now let's see what is the prognosis. So you see, as the cervix is not palpable, so the torsion may be of more than 270 degree. So we will see later on that there are different degrees. So the torsion can occur to any of the extent. So we see that the prognosis with respect to the dam is good because the time was around 24 hours. But if we see with respect to fetus, then the prognosis is poor because the fetus may have died due to asphyxia. There can be other signs like there can be fetal emphysema, uterine rupture, and secondary contraction of cervix and peritonitis. But this is when the time is around more than 36 hours, then these are other complications can be seen. Now on diagnosis, we have done per rectal, we have done per vaginal. So on the basis of this, it was found that it is post cervical uterine torsion. Okay. So on treatment, we have done modified Shepherd method. Buffalo was casted by roof method. You can see in the pictures, and it was laid in lateral recumbency on the side of the torsion. Okay, you can see the dimensions of the plank. It is kept in such a way that one end touches the ground, and three to four persons stand on the plank, and simultaneously one person move along the plank as well as the buffalo is rotated. Okay, so this is the pictures you can see. So this process apply pressure to the upper abdominal wall, the floor, and eventually the opposing side of the abdomen, leading to the correction of the torsion. Okay, so we have done 3 rotations for detorsion, and then we found that on per vaginal examination, the cervix was 4 finger open. That is not enough for the fetus to come out easily. So we have given preg heat, Dexona, and then after 4 to 5 hours we have checked, and then we extract the fetus manually. Okay, that female fetus was delivered using gentle traction. On supportive treatment, these are the medicines which we have given, and after 3 days of treatment, the buffalo had an uneventful recovery. So if we see the case discussion, so here we found that this case was particularly in monsoon season, and we see in monsoon season there are so many water bodies they are formed, and due to this the buffalo get more chances for wallowing, and especially during the third trimester uh, the chances of uterine torsion is more due to wallowing. So the animal owners should be should be aware that they should not allow their buffaloes for grazing and allow their buffaloes to move into water bodies, because By that, they can be in trouble. So why incidences are more? So if we see the anatomical reason, then in bovines there is subileal attachment of broad ligaments. Okay, and also the attachment, due to the subileal attachment, as the pregnancy advances, the size of the uterus increases, and the large size uterine horn, it cannot be stabilized by the ligaments, because the pregnant horn extend massively beyond the area of attachment. So this is the anatomical reason why incidence is more in bovines. The predisposing causes can be due to, because in first stage of labor there is violent fetal movement, so this can be the reason. Also due to the excessive weight of the fetus, and it is generally the uterine torsion cases are more in hilly areas, because there can be violent grazing also. And particularly in Surti buffalo, the wallowing is more common, it was found. Okay, and that's the reason the torsion cases are more. If we see the northern side of India, then if we see the classification, so it can be on the basis of degree, on the basis of direction, and on the basis of location. On the basis of degree, the torsion can be 90 degree, 180 degree, 270 degree, 360 degree, or more. On the basis of direction, it can be right sided or left sided. Here one thing to note, that right sided uterine torsion is more. Why? Because you see that the most of the portion of the left side is occupied by the rumen, so that's why there is more space on the right side, so the chances are more. uh, Also, post cervical torsion is also common as compared to pre cervical. Okay, so you should know the classification, and I would say you should read this topic of uterine torsion very well, because in your UC exams many questions come from this topic, and long question may also come. So we can differentially diagnose uh, this clinical case with many other diseases like indigestion, traumatic gastritis, intussusception, pyelonephritis. Okay, then other sequelae of uterine torsion can be peritonitis, internal bleeding, retained placenta, septic metritis, perimetritis. So, what is the conclusion of this clinical case? So, this case highlights the monsoon-related uterine torsion in buffaloes and their effective management strategies. And during monsoon, the prevalence of post-cervical uterine torsion increases due to the wallowing as well as grazing in hilly terrain. Uterine torsion, I already told that it accounts for almost 55% of all dystocia cases in buffaloes, and about 69 to 96% uterine torsion are post cervical. So these are my references. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope you liked it. Don't forget to share and subscribe.